Hey everyone, can you hear me? I can't tell if you guys can hear me. You probably can, but I'm gonna keep talking because brain is tired. Are you sure you hear me? Are you very sure you hear me? I don't know, you could be telling me that to make me feel better about myself. uh, how is everyone doing? I'm doing fine. Um, my laptop's being weird. Every time I think when I close it for the night or whenever I'm away from it for a while, I think it just automatically restarts for some reason. I don't know why. Um, it just kind of does that though. And yeah, so I'm probably just gonna have to start just shutting down my laptop whenever I'm done with it for the night. Just in case something's happening in the background that could damp. Then again, and I'm hoping I can get a better computer soon. I'm not gonna have it I guess like a number one thing I need, since there's a chance I won't get it. But you know, hmm. Other than that, I'm gonna be, so we're probably, so next week, I've mentioned this on my streamer Twitter, which is on the bottom right corner of the screen. I mentioned before that I am probably taking a break from Danganronpa for a week to focus on other games like, Breath of the Wild. Because I was streaming that for charity, but you know how that, if you stay tuned for that stream, you know exactly how that went down. um, so I'm gonna try again, and this time the donations will be for me, because I want to, um, I want to raise money so I can get Christmas gifts in December, and I'm struggling with money, so that's fun. But let's go ahead and get started.
DanganRonpa.
And I need to get chat up. Okay, there you go. Alright, so last time unfortunately for Sarah, Ibuki died by killing herself. And when we came back to the body, Yoko died. So yeah, this is gonna be fun to figure out. I think I heard stories that people were like, Wait, I think I heard something along the lines that this trial isn't fun. I could be misremembering. I don't remember. Alright, I think I have everything. Yeah, people said that this trial wasn't very fun. I had to see that for myself. I personally didn't like the last trial. So I'm hoping this isn't worse.
Let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Oh God, Sarah, don't give me PTSD.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Damn!
Head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up! The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
Wow, his voice is a lot more, I guess deeper. Now that he's not as
I
loud.
woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up.
Man.
And told me that Nagito had recovered from the symptoms.
Fuyuhiko really had a change of character once Pico Pico died.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I really love you, Nagito. That's such a... What did you...
I tried to stop them, of course.
I don't know why that made me laugh. It's just the way he
I
phrased
rushed
it.
out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. The only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
Man, that Ibuki portrait really depresses me.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyogo's.
I'm sorry, Sarah. Every character you voice dies. Unless there be... Okay, even Byukiwa died. You voiced Telko and she didn't die.
And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
I mean, I have a point.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. The story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
Go. Who's... My brain is a bit gooey. Who's Nikko again?
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video...
Oh, right!
Body,
Right, he's still in the hospital. Yeah. Or, the hospital in quotes. Like, I didn't see him anywhere.
then you could be lying as much as you want right now.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
It's just as Kisuchi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I should have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Is it monitor video?
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Hajime's testimony is a lie. And the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
I didn't even watch the movie. Wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I think I already figured out what I'm supposed to shoot. Okay, hang on. What were our clues again? Give me a second. Wait, I can use the ticket. Hang on. There we go.
Hajime's testimony is a lie. And the fact that
I know how to get through this.
After all,
Why would Hajime...
Well, obviously,
Did Hajime...
the fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
There we go.
That's wrong.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Nikito, you...
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
I should be mad at you.
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
He is an ass. He really is.
Yes, no mistakes there.
Hey, Drac, we're on the third trial.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
How is your phone mean, Drac?
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
It called you late? What? What do you mean it called me lazy?
It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Oh, okay. Phone notification.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
Yep.
Ibuki committed suicide. Then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Or Hiyoko was already dead. And when we got inside, all they had to do was put the body around the pole. I think that's also possible.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I remember it was 10
He's
minutes.
been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
Oh dear.
Hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Yeah, but he's in the hospital. Hey, how's my girlfriend doing? What was that? You gonna have some pizza? Oh. Is there a bowl clean for you? Alright, are you sure? Okay. That was my girlfriend being cute.
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Killer was inside the music video. Hiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Alright, I want to listen to this first before I assume anything.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
Oh.
The lock was on the...
Oh wait, he's probably about to explain it.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together. And suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, that person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Okay.
The killer...
So what do I have? That... Let me,
By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
I don't think it's that.
By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
So it was...
In serial crime dramas.
So it has to be at the beginning of it.
The killer was...
Alright, so... Room key, music venue, step ladder, can't been that. Smudge on the floor. Glob. I feel like the glob is involved somehow. What were our clues again? Yeah. Opposite paper.
From the inside, they tried
Yeah,
to
it's
keep
gotta
us
be
from
the
getting
glob.
in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have...
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken...
You can use that as a... By doing that, the killer waited till we get... And suddenly...
So they look like... I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music venue. by locking the door from the inside. They tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Okay, that wasn't it.
Damn it! The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
Okay, there we go.
That's wrong.
So it's one of those. I wasn't sure.
Wait a second. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
Really? I mean, I guess the glob was there, so...
Outside? How? There's a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Hmm? Alright, thank you. If I remember correctly, wasn't it glue? Or was it gum? Might have been gum. No.
Crap!
It wasn't. Maybe it was glue.
I see.
There we go. It was glue. I was like, was it glue or was it gum?
Must have been glue. Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals.
Right, she did mention that.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue. I didn't know glue was edible. I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, it must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, but if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
Wouldn't it be... Doesn't super glue
It
exist?
doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Oh, so I guess... So what could have happened was they used the... So what could have happened is they broke the drumsticks on purpose, placed them on the ground, but then just locked the doors with the glue.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Mika, what's that supposed to mean?
Couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue.
Oh, talking about like, going over to the music venue, okay.
They must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier?
When Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
That script that was stuck on the baton lighting music video. I should be able to figure out what it... No. No, I hate this. hate it so much. No, that's not it. Is it? E? W? There we go. Oh. Okay, so there has to be a vowel, I guess. No. Ah, damn it. Wah. Let's see. Maybe it's where? No. No. Wah. What the heck is this word? Oh god. I am gonna die. Oh, wallpaper! It's wallpaper! Okay. Okay. We just need an A now. Where the heck is the A? Oh, there it is. No, that was an E. Where's the R? Where the heck is the R? R. Oh, I hate that. I hate that minigame. I hate that minigame so much.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. So, right. You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
Yes, it is improved. In quotes.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper found in the storage room. Connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's get... Please tell me this is Logic Dive and not... Okay, good, it's Logic Dive. Okay. Let me quickly remember how this played. Okay. Control key, break was the right mouse button, jump was... Okay. Ah! Okay. Ah! God, okay. Question 1. Why did someone appear? It was brought there. That has to be correct, right? No! Okay, it was hidden. It was hidden. Ah! Okay. Question 2. What did the... Wallpaper? I am playing DanganRonpa. Oh yeah, they have you do like mini games and stuff during the trial. Yeah.
It's a weird trial.
Yeah. Oh, it just automatically jumps for you. They covered the pillar. I think that's how they did it. Because they were... Yep, got it. Yeah, we did it. I really like that minigame. It's a good minigame. It's better than improved Hangman's Gambit.
Yoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
Oh.
So discovered Ibuki's body. Kyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that.
Paper.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body.
Sorry, I
And then
skipped
peeled
it
off
too
the wallpaper
early.
As soon as I left the music video.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
The crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Masterpiece in what sense, Makuma?
Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Or was it? I think the security camera might be part of it.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Actually, the Nekomaru's gone. So, could he be the Tin Man? That's possible.
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Was there an accomplice in this? I hide the weapon.
Crap!
Okay, no, that was it.
I see!
Okay, it was that one.
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Oh yeah, yeah, I have a feeling that was I think... So, my theory is that, they told Ibuki to kill Hiyoko and then told Ibuki to kill herself. I think that's what actually ended up happening. Maybe. Though if that's the case, then that would make Ibuki technically the killer, so they might not go that route.
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Oh god.
Even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right?
Debate between Chiaki and Gundam.
That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the silk's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
That pouting expression.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Wait, if this continues, we're gonna talk in circles. I think it's best we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Alright. Blood? Oh yeah, blood on the souls. I think that's...
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Damn it.
Were there even any
Damn it!
secrets at the party?
Maybe his
Shit.
would work if she was like Cindy,
Shit.
so instead there'd be...
Weak. It doesn't even pierce my heart.
When Hyoko dapped Ibuki's feet,
I am telling you to.
Did you see her walk?
If her feet were, was there any sign she stepped on something?
There we go.
I agree with that. Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood, or faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's
From
Hyoko's
Hyoko.
blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Yay! I'm gonna have to debate with him now.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest. You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to he... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was... You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about one... See a nice nightmare. You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible!
Oh, damn it.
Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Oh, there was.
Can't step on blood that was never there. Just about 1 minute. See a nice nightmare. You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to he... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
There we go.
Cut through those words!
That was a really short
The
section.
reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer...
I have a feeling there's gonna be more rebuttals in this in this trial because of that.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Gundam, you're being pretty sus.
Yes. If you look closer, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
when the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikan, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy?